Hey Jen, how are you doing? Oh God, thank you very.
Hey Jen, how are you doing?
Oops, oops.
Oh God, thank you.
Stop. Um, Thank you so much for the prime. How are you doing? It's been a while since you've been on the stream. Okay, let me just set up. I think you should be able to see everything. We can remove this downloader because it served its purpose. I don't have anything super exciting tonight. The only thing I want to do is actually just to work on a MIDI for a. You got a job to change your hours. You haven't been able to drop in. To be honest, I haven't streamed at all. I stopped streaming at the beginning of the summer, and sort of in June, because I think Banjo Radio has served its time and purpose. So it was kind of time to just decommission it altogether. So I haven't streamed much since then. I've streamed at the weekend because the latest Cyberpunk DLC was out and I wanted to play it, and I thought I'd stream it again. So that was the first time I streamed since the weekend. Let me power this on. Okay, so the track is from an old MSX game called The Maze of Galious, which I believe was released on the Famicom as well, but not on the Nintendo, not on the NES. It was a Famicom cart. I'm trying to find for some gameplay on the MSX. I was gonna wait till we have a few more people in the stream, but I'll just start. It's that's sort of the that type of game. And this is the tune I want to cover. Anyway, so this game was it was a Konami game. Released a long time before Castlevania, and I do believe, and it's believed in the MSX community, that this was sort of the predecessor to Castlevania, because what you have essentially is an adventure, or two in fact, it's a dungeon crawler like Castlevania would be, multi-screen, and you kind of have to track back. There's actually elements of Metroidvania-esque gameplay in it, very early Metroidvania. But this was released long before Castlevania, and it was a cool game. So it was released. It was mostly known for its MSX version, but it was also released on the Famicom system, but not on the NES. Never made it to the American NES. Anyway, so this is the track here. Is it coming through at all? No, it's not coming through, and I know why. A usual reason. There you go. this section. So I've mapped this already to my timing, so it should be right on the beat, more or less. And I just want to mark first areas. I'm just gonna color code them, different colors, and it repeats. And then here we have on the second play around, we have that sort of dark one. I'm gonna just yeah, there you go. So it pops out, and here should repeat. So essentially our track repeats twice, and we have this little bridge after the second time. Hey, Cook Chicory, how are you doing? Does lovely work with Leo, by the way. I really enjoyed that. I love this intro. I think he warned me he was going to do something silly involving me. I didn't realize that was that. So first part. Second part, and third part is Leo's creative clips were amazing. yeah, they were funny. They were that cool. Sorry. No. There's one track, and then we'll treat them separately. Okay, so we're gonna do. We're just gonna. Any still. How you doing? Maze of Galious hype. Yeah, it's. I haven't heard too many covers of this tune, and it's a very important tune for a lot of MSX folks. As was well, one of its successor, which was the Treasure of Ushas, which was sort of in the same spirit of Maze of Galious. I was saying earlier, I think Maze of Galious was probably the earliest iteration or version of what would become Castlevania afterwards. It certainly had elements of it in its layout and maybe not so much, well, in its gameplay in a way as well. Still have to play Ushas, yeah. It's a great game, great music, lovely, beautiful game. Actually, it has aged really well, I think, graphically for the MSX. So here we need a. So this is all square wave because all the MSX had 3 square waves. So we're just gonna use something squarey. There you go. That's gonna do. We're gonna.
Cool Guy Club.
Hey, Glorin, man, how are you doing? Thank you very much for the sub. Long time no see. Yes, I was saying earlier. Yeah, it's been a while. You missed out on your MSX. You're gonna explore trying to find some ROMs eventually. Yeah. It's not hard to find. It's not hard to emulate. Thanks very much for the sub, Glorin, man, and welcome back. So here, it's a cool sound. It's not what we want. So we're just gonna init. So that should be a square. I don't want it. There's a reverb in this. There's this. Yeah, that's good enough. I just wanted a square wave. Now, So we got a lead, harmony to the lead, and just the bass. So not a lot to work from, but that's kind of what I like as well, because I can really that's what I like doing. Oh, why aren't you? Glad to see you all. Missed the last stream. Stupid editing a video and decided not to join. Was at the now infamous video. You didn't miss much. I was just playing the new Cyberpunk patch, the DLC, which is quite good. It's quite good. If there's ever a time to get into Cyberpunk, it's probably this patch. It's probably now. It's sort of as good as Cyberpunk could get. I know some people say it's not what was promised still. I would slightly disagree. I think, with every game, you can't let the hype get to you, however much it's pushed by the studio. I always view trailers and hype with a dose of cynicism. So, I mean, if you ran for it, if you ran with it, yeah, absolutely, you might be disappointed. But no, it's really good, and Cyberpunk does its quests really well. Yeah, I think so. You can view, and also you can actually work on proper builds now, which is really, really nice. I'm thinking of sort of re-rolling my character, as in you can reset all your points attributed and put them in other areas. I was thinking of just retailoring my character, because it makes sense now, which is something that didn't quite make sense then. But now that you have, like, you can slow down stuff, you have throwing weapons, you have dash, jump dash, and that kind of stuff. It makes for very interesting builds. And even the hacking itself, you can just become just a pure hacker. Yeah, really, really interesting. It's not a crazy amount of roleplay, but it's definitely fun. And the new add-on, I mean, the patch 2.001 now fixed a few bugs. Patch 2.201 actually just enhances the visual and a lot of the game, and the new add-on actually just looks amazing. That new area looks fantastic, absolutely beautiful. You can rewatch the stream from last week. I think it's still up on the channel. Maybe not. I haven't checked. But if it's still up, like some sort of halfway through or I'd say, yeah, a good 2/3 is when I get to the new area. And it's really worth it. Anyway. Whoa! Whoa, what was that? What happened? It was the first stream for a long time. Yeah, it certainly was. Yeah. I was saying earlier, I stopped streaming at the beginning of June, because I sort of thought Banjo Radio had run its course. It serves its purpose. Like, the purpose of it was actually to have something to kind of meet and have, I don't know, music and maybe a place to chat during the day during the pandemic. And it sort of extended after the pandemic by an extra year, but yeah, you could. I mean, there was still a good few regulars, obviously, but yeah, numbers weren't the same. I did feel it was probably time to sort of retire the idea as people were going back to the office, and there wasn't a need for it as much. And also, I just even though I wasn't necessarily always like there every minute, you know, and my office is right here. So I turned my back to the chat. Sometimes I was like, it was still on. Like, it was still on. So after a while in the evening, I didn't feel like streaming anymore, because I'd streamed already like 5 hours in the morning. And I was like, I've streamed already today. So I kind of missed that type of streaming, and I wasn't doing as much anymore. So yeah, took the break for the summer. I think Banjo Radio is probably over. I think it's done its time, and time to move on to something else. Unless people really miss it, and you know, we could do it maybe once a week. I don't know. It feels like it's probably unnecessary though. So there's a harmony going on there. Well, we have Bluesky and Mastodon to get distracting during the day. Yes. Yeah, it's getting ridiculous how many different platforms there are. And also, I mean, yeah, we'll see what Bluesky turns into, but I don't know. It feels like a Tron version of what Twitter is. Like, it wasn't a great place even before Musk took it over. So if the same people start a new platform on the same sort of idea, I don't know. We'll see. I do like Mastodon. The fact that it's just different instances, and if you don't like the one you're on, you can leave and migrate to a new one. Pretty easy to do. Yeah, I much prefer Mastodon to Bluesky. Like, it's much more. You can put videos. You can do a lot more. Still no PM. The PM is handy on Twitter. To be honest, it's probably its best feature. Actually, it is its best feature, being able to PM people directly. You never did the Mastodon thing. You didn't understand the instance of whatever and got into the wrong group, so you couldn't connect to everyone. Yeah, there's no wrong group. You'll be able to connect. You just need to know what people's handle is on. But it's the same on any platform. You just need to find them on their own instance. So just ask people you follow. But the it's old IRC network in a way with instances. Yeah, I feel nostalgic. Yeah, no, it's just, Mastodon is the instance thing is just it's because it's ran by individuals. So the instance is whatever server or system they've set up, and I support the my admin directly on Patreon. Like, very often they'll have a support system for running the server, keep it, like buying new servers and that kind of stuff. But it works the same way. If you know people's handles, you can connect with them on any other instance they're on. To be honest, I don't think the instance makes a difference. Just I went on MSTDN social, mstdn.social. That's it's one of the popular instances. I looked at whatever was the popular instances, and I picked the second most popular at the time. And very easy. Anyway, that's the harmony done here. Oh no, there's something going on. Second part. It's good to know. Maybe you should give it a try again. Yeah, it's handy because you can post videos. Not super long videos, but you can post videos and pictures, and the hashtag system works a lot better as well than, obviously, the hashtag system on Twitter doesn't work much anymore, but it's actually very, very powerful and useful on Mastodon. Probably the way it is on Instagram. Like, people will find you if you have the right hashtag under your post, and it's a good way to actually now grow again your following. So whenever I post something related to Amiga, like, I just have the hashtag, like retro computing and Amiga or that kind of stuff, and like instantly, like, 10 extra people find my account. So it works really well, which it doesn't anymore on Twitter. It used to, and I haven't found it works well at all on the. Is there even hashtags on the Blue Sky? I don't think there is. Anyway, the VGM showcase thing was pretty cool. Yeah, I do miss doing those. I'd love to do more. But again, like, because I was streaming pretty much every day, I was kind of tired of it by the time came the evening. Like, so like, I'll just do my own stuff, and I won't stream again. It'll be twice in a day. So that means a lot of that's just fell to the side, like. And that was fun. It was fun for me as well. I enjoyed the submissions that people posted, and it was a great way to just showcase other stuff. Okay, so we got the melody harmony done. I'll separate those into separate tracks when I get to work on the cover. Do. Sometimes some things like are easy and it just baffle you for no reason whatsoever. What am I doing wrong here? Shavitauti, how are you doing? What game is this from? It's from the Maze of Galious on the MSX. I'll show it again, actually, because it doesn't hurt to show it again. It was this game, cool little game on the MSX, kind of a an essential MSX game for MSX owners, and probably one of the early version of what would become Castlevania. It's by Konami, the same team that worked on Castlevania and many Konami games on the MSX. It was also ported on the Famicom, but on the Famicom card system, not the NES. It was never released in Europe or the States, as far as I know. It was only ported on the Japanese market. And this is it. And you can see the resemblance with, in a way, Castlevania. It really was, like, for us at the time, really was. We didn't know Castlevania was going to come out. So when Castlevania came out, it was sort of an enhanced version of the Maze of Galious. The more spiritual successor was the Treasure of Ushas on the MSX2, which then itself was an inspiration to La Mulana. So this is an indirect, or you can say direct, because Maze of Galious, the Treasure of Ushas was the successor to it. So this is a direct influence to that relatively recent game, La Mulana. And I'm saturating here. There's a lot of backtracking. There's a lot of just going back to the same place with a better equipment or new weapon and that kind of stuff. So very, very, very sort of Metroidvania-esque as well. Very early Metroidvania type of game, because before it wasn't even a genre. Sorry if it's blasphemous. You get some Zelda 2 vibes. Yeah. That's sort of a 2D platformer. Dungeon crawler type of vibe. Yeah. You need a lot of paper to complete it. Yeah, the maze, the full map was huge. Maze of Galious map. Yeah, it was. Let me just find. I mean, if that isn't ridiculous. It was just too much, essentially. Because the other thing is, it's not linear. So if it was a linear platform game, it's fair enough. But because it's a maze and, in order to maybe access, or this part, you might not be able to access it from here. You have to kind of come down and just, go down here, and so you can get back to a shaft. So it's a proper maze, probably too big. I never finished it when I was a kid, but back then they had no problem just making games ridiculously big. But I love the art. Look at that. I have the box here. I have a boxed and loose version of it. They would have to provide an in-game map. No. There was sort of a map, but all you had was little blackened dot. So it was kind of like the map in Castlevania as well. It wasn't a detailed map at all. It just wasn't enough RAM for it. I think the ROM was like 16K. So a map wouldn't have fitted. So all you had is a little. I think he shows the map at some point. Maybe not. So no, there's no in-game map, and there's no map in the box either. So yeah, you had to make your own maps. But each level had a boss fight as well. And for those who've played Maze of Treasure of Ushas, it's even the music is sort of a reminiscent of that. I'm trying to find. No, there's no usage of the map at all. But you had a ton of items to collect. You were very much kidding. That's all right. That's right. But it's a legitimate question, you know. Was there a map? And you'd be surprised how many people would ask that. Yeah. Sorry, your joke went way over my head then. Okay, harmony on this one. Let's find a different color scheme for it. Sorry. That's an interesting one. Very cool to see the way of working. There's no MIDI available for this, and I like to work from MIDI as much as I can, or at least do the work as right as I can early on with a MIDI. And very often, if there's a MIDI available, I have to go over it and just fix it. I've done that. I mean, people who follow the stream here have seen me do it. Like, I'd have a MIDI, I'd map it to the original MP3, and then realize the MIDI is wrong, and we'll have to rework it. It's happened so many times. So I do like to do that ahead of working on a cover, so I have a just a clean sheet to work from. Something like that. If you caught on the radio stream so far, catching the I was saying I used to do a lot of these radio stuff. Cool, nice Nemesis Street tune. Vampire, I'll give you another try on that. Yeah. No, try need to final answer. I always get caught on the... What am... God, Ollie. There's no velocity on this. No, bollocks. That's all right. We'll leave it. We'll leave it like that. We know. And it repeats. Easy job. This one, Usha's Firebird Penguin Adventure. I'm a huge fan of the Usha's soundtrack. It's probably my favorite soundtrack on the MSX in general, and I include stuff that has SCC, and I mean not just for 3 channels. The Usha's is just so incredibly well crafted. For people who don't know, I mean, no, let's not get sidetracked because I'm in there. But yeah, the Usha soundtrack is just like, remember, this is on just 3 channel. Incredible work. And the melodies are incredibly catchy. I mean, this is incredibly catchy, and Firebird too. I mean, yeah, I think Penguin Adventure is cool, but it's probably even more nostalgic than it is actually objectively good. if you know what I mean. I think every MSX person has played Penguin Adventure, so it's got a huge nostalgic factor that probably I don't think there's a harmony there. It just stays on the... Not even. I think it's just in unison. It's hard because the bass is also, it's all square waves, so it's hard sometimes to know which one is an actual note and or an incidental harmonic created by the bass. Like that, it sounds like there's a harmony, but I wonder if it's the bass creating a sort of a incidental harmonic. Like if I actually put in the bass, So if does this start later then? Ah, maybe. I think it's something like that. Yeah, I think there's here these. I think it's split in harmony. It's slightly offset. In not in harmony, in unison. So we can actually just. So we can, but in unison. So with a slight offset, so it sounds like an echo, and I think that's what's going on. Could be very wrong. Well, I'm at it. I just finished the bass. Boom. And I'll what's going on? What's going on here? Different bass. The bass is different. I never noticed that. Yeah, things you learn, Vampire, isn't it? It's completely news to me. I love when stuff like that happens, because it's a cool little discovery. But yeah, never noticed before. and I bet you a lot of people, you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get credit for from that one person that knew about it, and it's usually like that. A lot of stuff happens like that in covers, and there's usually one or two people that kind of go, "Oh, you got that part right," because nobody else get it right, because everybody uses pre-made MIDI files, or just they think they've got a part and they copy and paste. Yeah. Never heard the cover of this song. No, no, I haven't. Emoji remake? What's that? Okay. Hey, Jester, how you doing? So we got that. So that all repeats, and we got that last part. Is that it? No, I don't like this. I need to, that's time we need to separate stuff here too. It's 3 tracks. We'll do that. Something. What's the harmony here? If there's any. No, that's not it. I think that's what it is. It's just two channels playing in unison, but with a phase, which again, I mean, I don't think that's it. No. Yeah, it's something like that. Something like that. We'll just say it's something like that. Yeah. We'll just say it's something like that. And if you don't tell anyone, I won't tell anyone. You'll ping me the link in the stream. Oh, okay. Oh no, I heard a blip on. Emoji Maze of Galious remake. I'm so sorry. Yes, of course. This is news to me. I didn't know there was a remake. So did they? Oh yeah. Oh, that actually looks. That looks very cute. Looks, you know. I was showing the. I didn't show the Famicom version. There was a Famicom version, and which obviously has slightly better, much better. Well, I suppose it's a matter of taste. It technically has a lot more colors than why did I close than this version? Why did I close the tabs? Never mind, I closed the tabs. Than the Maze of Galious on the MSX, but I don't think it actually looks really nice either. That'll be less confusing. How many tabs have I got here? No, I thought I had 2. You can swap whenever between different visuals and different soundtracks. Oh, interesting. And this is on what? On PC, I'm gonna guess. Windows, yeah, okay. Ah, Raspberry Debian. Oh, Debian. Remake from back in 2000, 2003. Wow. Okay, never heard of it. Way behind. Cool effort. Music. Dutch and Spanish collaboration. Finland. Yeah, it does look cool. Interesting. I think so, stuff like that I'd love to see. I'd love to see a remake of Oh, I see. Different graphic sets. So for the same... Oh, I know what you mean. Sort of same area. Oh, I prefer this one. Yeah, I prefer this one so far. What about this? What about this? Interesting. Huh. I do like that Hinox graphic set, actually. Much more colorful. And it does gel a lot better, actually. God, is it sad? You look at some of the screens, you go, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that Hinox one is my favorite, I have to say. You're kind of with remakes, personally. Not sure what you mean. Hi, MD Shoelips. How are you doing? And welcome. How to play. Very cool. So obviously they remade the musics for it. I'd love to listen to just the music. I'm not gonna install it now. Oh, you're done with remakes. I think I know what you mean. I love the effort for stuff like that. I love the effort, and I love the dedication put into it. So this is not new. Like, this is obviously 2002, 2003, as Vampire said. So it's not new. It's me lagging behind. But I know what you mean. I think however good this might look, I think I still prefer the original on my machines. With my cart, I have I have a couple of carts now at this stage, and I have it boxed and loose. And yeah, I'd prefer, if I were going to replay it, I'd prefer the original. But it might be cooler just to try, I do very much like this. Anyway, let's continue here. Oh my god, I shouldn't be yawning. Let's tidy this, actually, because we've got the bass and everything here. We don't need... Oh, no. And we don't need the harmony. Oh, and I think... Okay, and here we can just cut everything but the bass. And here we just keep the main melody. The room. I know what you mean. I was so hyped, Tulips. I was so hyped about the that Wonder Boy 3 remake, and I thought it was a great effort, and it looked great. And I actually became friends with the developers and the guy who did the music for it, who actually sent me a cool little mod recently. Michael Gear sent me a cool little mod from my CS01 Yamaha CS01 to actually add MIDI to it. I'll have to add that on a video, do a video on it on the 8-bit man shed. But what was I going to say? I was so hyped for it, so I actually bought it and I played it for a while, and then however it was really cool, and it was beautiful, and it brought me back there. But after a while I was like, I've actually played it already. I've played it and I finished it back then, and yeah, I don't know what I was trying to relive through that experience, but it was a beautiful game. And I think let me put it this way. I think remakes aren't for people necessarily who played it back then. I think they're a cool way to introduce it to a new audience, especially a game like that. And I'm all for that sort of remakes to come out and let people experience it. Because I know a few people that actually didn't play it back then. There's no way they're going to play it through an emulator. They want to play it on their whatever PlayStation, their Steam account or whatever, and that's how they're going to play it. So yeah, that's great. Stuff like that is great. I much preferred. I'm obviously biased, but I much prefer Monster Boy, which brought me back then as well. Very similar kind of sort of gameplay, but also had new stuff, introduced new stuff, and it was an entirely new game for me to discover. So yeah, I know what you mean. I still think remakes, high level remakes, have a place for new players, or for really really sad players like myself who just want to buy the thing anyway. Okay, let's so we have, oh yeah, so let's just, no, we need to tidy this as well. Next is okay, let's tidy this one as well. Okay, did I do something stupid here? No, the kid harmony. Okay. Any games I've been playing recently? I was just last week or last weekend I was playing the new DLC for Cyberpunk, and I really enjoyed it. I was saying, I think Cyberpunk is exactly what it should have been on release now, and the new DLC adds a ton of new stuff. So yeah, a very welcome DLC, a paid one, but and a new free patch 2.0, which adds a ton of new stuff. You can actually make proper builds now and that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, great patch. Cook Chicory, you're gone. have a good night, dude. Have a good night, and thanks for stopping by. But other than that, no, I haven't had time to play much. I did actually install Jedi Survivor. I played it for a couple of hours, and then I didn't have time to play much at all over the summer. Really, I was just busy with house stuff, and I'm learning how to wing file. But also I was busy with music. Like I've been. It's not announced yet, so I still can't say anything. The game has been announced. My participation has not been announced, but they'll announce it sometime in the next year, but or at the beginning of the year, I think. But I've done tracks for another game, covers again. It's not Game Atelier, it's not FDD Entertainment, so it's not a Wonderboy thing. But I'm under NDA for that, and then I did. I'm under NDA for that, but people in the Discord would have known. I did some tracks for a series of 8 ads, so that took a lot of time. They're small, they're tiny, they're like 20-second ads, but that takes time. So yeah, I was busy, plus a few covers, plus doing my stuff on the Eurorack, designing new modules. So yeah, I haven't had much time to play. I don't in generally have much time to play anymore. Maybe a couple of hours a week, really, at most. At least I'm getting stuff done. Do you know there's a solid element of that. I'm probably at the age now where I'd rather get stuff done than necessarily playing video games. Although I do enjoy a good video game session. Like I did enjoy the other night, just playing through and getting fairly drunk while playing it. And because I'm not doing Banjo Radio anymore, those daily streams, I might play video games a lot more, and those type of sessions, I enjoy those. But at least like that, I'm getting stuff done as well. It's nice to first time doing ads must be pretty different to do tracks. I haven't done ads. No, you're right. It's first time doing ads. I've done commission work before, for other things, but not ads. And yeah, that was interesting because you're given a video edit and you have to work on it, and timing is very tight, and sometimes there's little kind of sound effects that you need to make as well, but need to land exactly on the frame and that kind of stuff. So but they need also to be musical. Yeah, it's an interesting exercise, and also trying to understand what the client wants, because they have an idea in their head, but you're not in their head, so sometimes they get very excited and they want different elements, and you're going, that's not going to work. So it's an interesting exercise, but it was fun, and it's related to something I really like as well. So yeah, I had no problem doing it. It's for surfing stuff. Yeah. So when the first one releases on the 18th, so of this month, so I might be able to either share it or release the audio for it, or maybe the video. I'm sure they could do with somebody promoting the stuff for free when it's released. Interesting, Vampire. That second time round, it has also that same kind of instead of jumping, what is it, fifths, it just it goes down to the scale, but then it's different again right on the second part of the ending. So yeah, you think that bass is sort of the same all throughout, but it's different. Oh, but no. Colors. We're gonna change colors. Interesting. Close enough. It's just a marker. I'm not. Nearly done. Read any good books lately? No, I've been reading a lot of I've been reading a lot of the old Star Wars novels. I got years ago I got a pile of about 30 at a charity shop, like, and they were like €1 each, so I grabbed them all, and then over the years I found more, so I have a huge pile of Star Wars novels that I've just been reading like a numpty. So right now, what is it? It's the Rogue Squadron arc, so it's like 7 books, and you know, it's okay. What's funny is when the Mandalorian and when the Book of Boba Fett came out, I was actually reading novels. The old the actually before the comics. There was a lot of novels, and there can be like big novels. But when the Book of Boba Fett was coming out, I was actually reading the trilogy of books on Boba Fett right after the Jabba sequence in Return of the Jedi. So what happened to him afterwards and all that. And it's actually really good. But it's funny because I was reading that and the Book of Boba Fett came out, and I was watching or reading that and watching the series, and trying my best to give everything some space. And I'm not worried about canon stuff in Star Wars. Star Wars has always been silly. I love it. I absolutely love it, and I'm at this stage quite versed in it. But I'm not worried about canon stuff. It's always been entertainment to me, and really good entertainment. But who cares if it's non-canon? You remember owning a Star Wars textbook once? Yeah, I have a lot now. I've well over 40 read. No, so we can actually. I think we're done. Princess kisses look passionately on lips. Princess later somehow always knew you were my brother. Yeah. You only live once. That it should be an echo, but this instrument doesn't have velocity, so I can't really. It doesn't matter. It's just markers, MIDI markers for me to actually make the cover, so not a big deal. and repeat. And I think we're done. We haven't saved at all. Let's save. Maze of Galious. It's Castle 1, isn't it? Yeah, saving can be saving can be considered important, I think. There's a note that doesn't sound quite right. Yeah, it sounded okay to me. Do you mean those boom? It's just a marker for me to know that that note slides down in the original, if that's what you mean. That kind of way. Somewhere else. Well, unless you know exactly, I'm not sure. Maybe played back with the tempo dropped might be easier to point out. Yeah, I'm not hearing whatever you're hearing though, but it's it's not gonna work. There it was. There's some delay between what you're hearing and the stream. So is it in this section here? One tune is too bright. It's too high. Is it in this section here? If you know which number, like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, but I'd have to around 6 to 8, so much earlier. Okay. So the main Yeah. Actually, there's a. Yeah, I think it's probably an artifact of using a different square wave. 8 pink. Do do. Yeah, no. Was that the one? It works as well. It just you might be right. Yeah, it should be here. Yeah, well spotted. Well spotted. It sounded okay to me as well, but it's because the harmony works. It just works somewhere else. But that was a good spot. But there you go. That's what I was meaning earlier. Like with that bass line, it's those type of things. Like when you get it right, people are like, "Oh, you got the bass line like exactly, right, like it should," and something like that. When you miss a note, it's happened to me, and like right after somebody was like, that note, like it worked. It still worked as a piece. It's just that wasn't exactly the same note. I was like, damn it, how did I not spot that? So stuff like that is handy to spot it. Spot it already. Well done. I hadn't heard it actually. That was a good catch. It's your favorite game, but there you go. So I want to do Castle 1 and Castle 2 actually from that game. I think Castle 2 has a MIDI already available, but I don't know. I might remake it just to make sure it's correct. Although now that I made a mistake, what's correct, what's not. But I think it's okay. I think it sounds okay as it is now, and it gives me something to work with. All the world have the same tune. There's another tune. There's a second tune. There's a second Castle 2 tune, which is different. Main Castle tune, world tunes, yeah. Okay, yes, this, where is it? Oh, that's a terrible MIDI. That's such a cool tune as well. So I want to do those two, and I've been meaning to do them for, again, years and years. There's so many tune. Yeah, that MIDI is just atrocious, isn't it? Yeah, but that's true of most MIDIs. Like they're missing notes, just stuff not there. Yeah, parts that MIDIs don't get enough appreciation. I mean, it's a lot of work, as you can see. Like just tracks of square waves, that's a lot of work. When I did the Camino a Mi Amor and the Cruising Line MIDI, that took forever. These were the outrun tunes that were added for the 3DS version, and I've released those on whatever VGM MIDI kind of database, so they're available for anybody. I usually do that anyway. Whenever I make a MIDI or correct a MIDI, I just post the version, make them available for people. You made that. Which one? The outrun cruising line MIDI. Let's find it. What was that site? No, Camino Mi Amor. Or I think they have it. Yeah, there you go. It's released on here. I usually post them there, and it's a cool tune. It's a really cool tune. Yeah, we made it live. Well, I mean I did. We made it live on air on Twitch, and I've done the other one, Cruising Line. I need to post it actually, but I have the full MIDI for it somewhere. Have I a MIDI folder? I should have a MIDI folder. MIDIs. Oh, I have the Leander World tune as well, and I had this as well. That sounds horrible. Did Rainbow Island. So these should be all available. So the Leander World one, I actually ended up sending that to Cold Storage, Team Wright, who did the original on the Amiga. So he can use that as he wanted the MIDI file of his own tune, so he could work on it. It's just Treasure of Usas. Oh no, that came out wrong, that one. I don't know what's happening. I need to open that with a proper ID. Yeah, Turrican 2, I did my own version because every MIDI I found of it was incorrect. Endless Wars from Wonder Boy 3. Which one is that? Is that the end tune? Is that the when you beat the game and you have that last tune? Yeah, no, I haven't done a cover of that. No. I did think about it, but yeah, I think I've done seven tracks from from that game. I think I've done my part. What else have I? These are all the MIDI files I had to remake, because like Deltarune, there was nothing available when it came out, so I made my own MIDIs for it. I have a few of them. I need to release those. Like, this isn't great, but I need to finalize them. Yeah, that's Camino Mi Amor. Yeah. shit, I'm pretty sure I have cruising line done as a MIDI. Open live set. I suppose I need to release it as well. Oh, Polaris. It's was that it? Or was it just the I did see that vampire, yeah, it's so funny. he told me he'd done something very silly. Yeah, that's the full MIDI for Cruising Line, so which is the second tune that was released on the Outrun 3DS. Oh, such a cool tune. So everything is there. Actually, I should really release it as a MIDI. So this is VST stuff, but it wouldn't be. I mean, all the MIDI is there, so it wouldn't be a stretch to adapt it to a general MIDI and release it. My only problem in doing that is I need to export just each MIDI track and actually import them in a different DAW, because Ableton is useless when it comes to general MIDI. You can't actually do general MIDI on it. It has no general MIDI, so it required some MIDI VST. Hey, Terrible Fire, sorry I missed you. Never off the air. Yes. And so I need to export each individual MIDI track, like consolidate them like that, and actually export them. I mean, we could certainly do that. What time is it? How long have I been live? And then I'll upload them to wherever, that same site, VGM something, wherever it's gone. It's all there. There it is. Wasn't there a cool little solo there? Oh yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. It's such a cool tune, really cool tune. I'm glad I spent the time doing it. It was tricky at times. It took a bit. Everything is interesting. The bass was actually just so. And the lead was a mix of 2 FM sounds. What am I saying? 3. So that was the cover I did of that, and then I used those to actually send it to my actually hardware synth. Have to render after that, but so that was just the MIDI version, and it shouldn't be too hard to actually just map each track to a general MIDI. Drum might be tricky because there's a lot going on. Drum was a pain in the hole to do. It's just yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's another one I actually need to actually, let's save that. Yeah. And then I'll export all that for another DAW. Like, I still have Acid Pro, which is actually very good for general MIDI. So I might export all the individual segments to like that. Export MIDI clip as MIDI and open them in Acid Pro and convert them to a different general MIDI instrument. We'll see what happens. Actually, I'm glad I got reminded to to do that. Anyone ever contact you to compose a game? No, not to compose a game, but I was saying earlier on, I've made tracks again for another game coming out. It's been announced, but I can't say what it is because I'm still under NDA as for my participation in the game. So, but it'll be announced. The musicians, the composers and remixers and all that will be announced sometime in the new year, early on. But to compose a game, I don't know. I mean, I like the idea, but it's a lot of work, and I'm not sure I have that time. It'll be cool. You know what? I'd like to be able to do like a couple of tracks, compose a couple of tracks for a game, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've composed stuff for recently again, just very recently. I finished yesterday. I sent them all the files for an ad campaign of 8 ads. So that was cool. That was interesting. Like to work on a brief with a client. But no, yeah, I do like making covers. I have to say, like, I'm not against actually composing for games, but I'm also very aware that my job as a musician right now, the way I've set up things, is very much making covers on YouTube. So it's sort of my bottom line, my bread and butter, and then composing would probably be extra. But yeah, it'll have to pay really, really well. But I've done composition on the channel. I've composed a few pieces, and any original compositions you're proud of? I have a Bandcamp where I put all my compositions. It's on the channel. Like if you go on the VGOli YouTube channel, you'll find. You'll find just here composition. Any of them I'm proud of. I really like all of them. If I'm honest. I mean, Square Roots.
Whichever create the picture, Irish Jobs, Ireland's online recruit.
Go away. Square Roots is a classic. Yeah, I love that last one, Last Lap Around the Sun, which is actually very reminiscent. I composed that right after I'd done the Cruising Line cover, because I was in that zone, and I was on a holiday when I started the cover, and I started kind of studying that sort of style. So Anyway, you get the idea. The Lost and Familiar I'm very fond of. This one too, because that was composed on the Switch. It was just a Switch. Again, while on holidays. So and I was done using the Korg Gadget app on the Switch, which is, it's okay. It's not the easiest to use, but it's okay. And in it, I kind of fell in love with that sort of Namco arcade chipset, so I did something with it. Yeah, Shopia. Yeah, all of them. I'm very fond of the silliness as well. The Grand Theft Audio sound. But yeah, you'll find all those compositions on here, if you're curious, folks. Oh, you'll be in Las Vegas in 2 weeks. Yeah, you said that actually the last time you're visiting family, aren't you? And you have these, which are, if you're, I don't know if you're how familiar Shoelips you are with the channel. You have these as well, which are sort of I take how do I explain?
This video is sponsored by what? This video is not sponsored.
That's our friend Terrible Fire.
How am I getting paid?
You're not. There's no money in this channel.
Oh, I got an idea.
Did you get the money?
Just drive.
Oh God.
Patreon.
Anyway,
Every single one was tremendous.
Yeah, good.
Absolutely amazing.
It takes you to the right place anyway. It works for me.
That's how things are done these days. Simply applying the pressure has achieved their goal.
Is it a wee wee?
A wee way we do.
A wee wee.
A wee way we
A wee wee.
A wee way we do.
A wee wee.
Wee way we.
They were phenomenal.
I will leave you with that little tune in your head for tonight, folks. You like the implied bank robbery? Yeah, I think that was Terrible Fire's idea. Poor Neil. Neil loves it. I know he loves it. Folks, that's all for tonight. Thank you very much for joining, and thanks for the chat. It's a tedious exercise, and it's always more fun when people are around to chat with me. Yeah, Shoelips, just check out the channel. There's a ton more than the covers. Have a good night. Let's see who else is streaming. Anybody? Oh, Zenny is he raided us the last time. There's Hoffman actually streaming. God, everybody's streaming. VX, Alpha. Let's raid. Who shall I raid? VX, Hoffman, because actually the rest would be French speaking channels. Is it / raid? Yeah. DJ. Oh, let me copy and paste. Raid Hoffman. Mature audience. Hoffman is a musician, usually on trackers. He uses Ableton. He actually does cool stuff. He uses Ableton to kind of draft ideas and then brings them to a tracker afterwards. He's also a really, really talented coder. And right now he's coding a port of Metal Gear on the Mega Drive. Yes, Vampire. Yeah, there you go. So fascinating to watch. Anyway, folks, have a good night, and thank you very much.
Oh, Banjo.